Hey, greetings everyone. It's Glenn Kellaway coming to you from the basement. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day. It is Thursday morning. I wanted to do a video on David Bowie this morning. Um, if anybody who's watches my channel regularly, you know I became obsessed with David Bowie this year. Um, I was a fan of David Bowie's, and up until this year, the albums that I had in my collection were Ziggy Stardust, Station to Station, Diamond Dogs, Let's Dance, Young Americans, Next Day, and Black Star. I've been aware of Bowie since Ziggy. That was my introduction. A friend of mine introduced me to him when that album came out, and loved Mick Ronson's playing. And I've always respected David, but didn't follow his career that closely or his catalog, and I was missing out. I'll tell you. The big catalyst this year was thanks to my good friend Larry Graves, the Canadian Stud Muffin, when we were doing our CD exchanges, and Larry exchanged Low with me, and this album just blew me away. I just saw a whole different side of David Bowie, the instrumentals and the different styles of music, and man, it just opened my eyes and ears. And from then I started picking up the odd title, and then everything I picked up that was a bit, obscure to me, blew me away. So I ended up with the entire catalog of David Bowie, plus this amazing box set, Brilliant Adventure, 1992 to 2001. And I thought today I would rank my top 25 David Bowie songs. Some hits on here, some deep tracks, so hopefully there's a few surprises to keep you interested. So let's get started. Number 25 is a song off an album called Hours. I didn't take the CDs out of here. I should have. Nothing like preparation, eh? This album, Hours. And the song is called Something in the Air. Love that song. Number 24 is China Girl, which David wrote for Iggy Pop, who had a hit with it before David released his own version of it. But I do love David's version. So China Girl's number 24. Number 23 from Hunky Dory, a 8-minute song. It is called Quicksand. Oh, it says it's 5 minutes and 3 seconds. For some reason, I thought it was longer than that. Terrific song, kind of folky at first, and then builds, and just a great song. Number 22 on my list would be another Bowie classic, a hit record, Modern Love. Never gonna do for modern love. It's just a great pop song. Number 21 from this amazing album, The Man Who Sold the World, the title track, The Man Who Sold the World. Great song. Love it. Number 20 on the hit parade would be from Black Star, David's album that was released pretty much on the day he passed, I guess you would say, or pretty close. Sad song, poignant song, hard to listen to, but just brilliant, is Lazarus. Now, I understand that David filmed the video for this song the day he found out he was terminally ill. So it's when you watch the video, it's kind of, I don't know what word to use to describe, but it's kind of spooky. But what a wonderful album that David left us with, even though it's sad. This album and Double Fantasy always make me sad when I hear them. There's very few albums that do that, but I think of the passing of John Lennon, and when I hear Double Fantasy, and I think of the passing of Bowie when I hear this, and you don't want to think of them in that regard. I don't anyway. Um, Next on my list, number 19, would be off of Aladdin Sane. He was Aladdin Sane. I love that play on words. And that would be the Genie. Great, great tune. Number 18, from Ziggy Stardust, which was my favorite Bowie album for 50 years until I heard Low. Suffragette City, just a great rock song. Mick Ronson's playing on this album is just phenomenal in my opinion. Number 17 is also from this box set. Title track from the Buddha of Siberia, Suburbia, sorry, Siberia. The Buddha of Suburbia, David Bowie, great, great opening track, or title track off of that album. Number 16 would be another hit and title of one of David's best-selling albums, Let's Dance. Great song. There's a great version of that on the live show from Glastonbury. It's, I believe it's just before, I can't believe it's part of the encore. It's the last song he did before the encore. And he starts it off as a ballad, and then it builds into the Let's Dance that we're all familiar with. It's really, really cool. Number 15 on the hit parade is from the album that I was talking about earlier that blew me away and Larry introduced me to. There's a few instrumentals on this. I didn't realize David Bowie did instrumentals, and I found this album when I was in Orlando, Florida. Last time I was there. It's called All Saints, and it's David Bowie collected instrumentals, 77 to 99. Very cool album. If you're not familiar with David's instrumentals, they're great. I know he was inspired working with Brian Eno, who kind of invented the ambient music genre and everything. Now, David's instrumental music, while probably inspired by Eno, doesn't really sound like Eno. But anyway, getting back to the next song on the ranking, it's Warzawa. I just love this instrumental. It starts off side 2 of this album. Just a beautiful, beautiful song. Number 14 on the hit parade from Hunky Dory, Life on Mars. Another song that I just love when he performs it live. If you buy any of his live stuff and he does Life on Mars, it's just amazing vocals. What a voice. Number 13. The big hit. I mean, it's his signature song, I guess, the Space Oddity. You know, it just is. That might have been the introduction to Bowie for me. I can't remember if Space Oddity was a hit over here before Ziggy came out or after. Number 12, song that he wrote for Mott the Hoople, but did not record it himself for a studio album, I don't think. And I think he was a little pissed at himself for giving it away because it's such a classic song. All the Young Dudes. I mean, Ian Hunter and Mott the Hoople do an incredible job on it, but I hear David Bowie do it live, and man, I mean, it's basically the same arrangement, but just sounds great. Number 11, a little bit of an obscure one from Earthling. Where's the Earthling album? It's right here. 7 Years in Tibet. Now this song has for me, it has a Zeppelin's Kashmir feel to it. It's not the same song in any regard, but it just has that same feel. Now we're into the top 10. Number 10. Now this is the song that David Bowie covered. He didn't write, but he did such an amazing job of it off of Station to Station. You can't help but absolutely love his version. Is Wild as the Wind. Nina Simone probably has the best version of it, but David Bowie just does it wonderfully. I love it. His vocal is just perfect, so I had to include it. Number 9 from Heroes. Heroes is probably my second or third favorite Bowie album now. I love this album. That Berlin trilogy, Low, Heroes, and Lodger, which he released in the late 70s, living in Berlin and hanging out with Iggy Pop and Tony Visconti doing all the production and working with Brian Eno. Robert Fripp came in and played on this album. Just incredible. The next song on my list is, they're two instrumentals, and I'm joining them together, giving them number 9, a co-number 9A and 9B. Moss Garden, which is 5 minutes long and leads into a song called Neukölln. Neukölln, it's I think a name of a place in Berlin. But Moss Garden starts out, and it's got this Asian feel to it. It sounds like it's got some kind of a Middle Eastern instrument or an Asian instrument picking these little guitar notes, and just a beautiful, beautiful song. And it flows into a song called Neukölln. Neukölln. Neukolln. Neukölln. The saxophone in that song's amazing. David Bowie plays the sax on that, and it's just outstanding. Love it. So that's number 9. Number 8 for me is from Station to Station. And where is my Station to Station album? I don't even have it here. I don't know what happened to it. It's gone astray. Maybe it's in my listening to pile or something. But Station to Station, number 8, Stay. Just a great guitar part in that from Carlos Alomar, I think, was the guy who always came up with these great riffs in David's later career, like 80s, the late 70s, 80s, after Mick Ronson was gone, and amazing partner for David, Carlos Alomar. Number 7, I'm going with the title track from this album, Heroes. Just a fantastic track. When David passed, because Robert Fripp played on this album and that song, King Crimson released an EP. They played the song live, and then they released an EP with the song on it, and they do a really good job of it. Stay pretty close to the Bowie arrangement, but it was kind of cool that they did that as a tribute. So, Heroes, number 7. Number 6, This Ain't Rock and Roll. What is it? It's Suicide. Diamond Dogs, the title song from this album. What a great rocker. They call me the Diamond Dogs. Love it. I found my Station to Station CD. It was right there. Number 5 from Low again. What did I do with my Low album? Sound and Vision. Incredible song. It's absolutely incredible. My friend Robert Hagerman, Robert's on my turntable, just picked up the Sound and Vision box set with the 3 CDs and the book and everything in it. Still sealed for $30. I'm so pissed at him that he got it over me. I would have bought that in a second. I'm not really pissed. I'm really happy he's got it. I hope he enjoys it. Number 4 from Low. This song blew me away when I heard it. Always Crashing in the Same Car. Great lyrics, and just a great catchy song. Absolutely love it. My 4th favorite David Bowie song. Number 3 is off of Hunky Dory, I believe. Opening track, Changes. What a great song that is. Everybody's familiar with that song, I'm sure. Number 2. I'm glad I found the album. The title track from this album, one of my favorite Bowie albums, Station to Station. What a great song. It's too late to be hateful. Just amazing, different rhythms. He goes into different kind of, it's just awesome song. Really interesting song. That's number 2. And number 1 is a hit song from title track from an album that I just, when I hear it, I just love this song. It just gets my toes tapping, and I've always loved the song. It's the title track from Young Americans. Young Americans. I love the vocals. I love just the whole feel of that song. It's been my favorite Bowie song since it came out, and that just hasn't changed. So number 1. Anyway, let me know what your favorite Bowie songs are, and thank you, Larry, for sending me on this obsessive freaking journey, man. It's been unbelievable. Everyone have a great day. Take care.